Namaste, welcome. We're in week 3 of our resilience practice. And this week, the focus is going to be on bringing in strength and flexibility, but around the idea of curiosity. Now, curiosity is such a beautiful pillar of resilience because curiosity allows you to see the possibilities that exist. The very first and the simplest emotion that the human mind experiences is, of course, curiosity. And as we practice today, I'd really love to engage that childlike, or even earlier than childlike, that infant-like curiosity with the world. And of course, how do infants begin to explore the world? But through their bodies. My cousin has recently had a baby. He's, I think, maybe 2 weeks old today. And every photograph she sends of him, he's got his little hand in his mouth. And this is how babies, infants, begin to explore the world. What is this? What is this thing that I have here? I've never seen or experienced anything like this. Let me taste it. Let me feel it. And we see his hand always in his mouth. And then as the infant progresses, you start to see them putting their feet in their mouths and exploring their bodies, touching, always scratching their faces with their little nails because they wonder, what is this? What is this magical thing, this body that I've been given? And that's how curiosity starts. And of course, as they get older, you get to that toddler stage, and then curiosity, along with language, becomes something that they start to explore. What is this? How does this work? How does it work? What am I doing? Why are we doing that? The number of times we have to answer that why. And so that curiosity that is such a natural part of us becomes dampened, and we lose it as we grow older. We're taught that there's a way and there's an answer. And we start to lose this possibility that there are so many different solutions and options. Some of the greatest thinkers always say that curiosity is the most important sign of intelligence. And Einstein relied hugely on curiosity in his magnificent discoveries about the world. There's a beautiful quote I'd love to share by Neil deGrasse Tyson, and he says, "Kids are born curious about the world. What adults primarily do in the presence of kids is unwittingly thwart their curiosity." So what we want to do is we want to rediscover that curiosity that we were born with in ourselves. And just like that infant learning to play with his body, what is this? What is this thing that I've got with me? That curiosity starts here on the mat with our bodies. As we practice today, I want you to really experience every single sensation. And we do this in every class, but I want you to go just a tiny bit deeper and try and explore it with curiosity. What is going on in my body? Why am I feeling like this? What is the message that my body is sending to me? We're going to do a very gentle Yin Style class today. So there's going to be holding postures, breathing into the space, and really allowing ourselves time and space for that curiosity. One of the things we notice with children is that they can move very slowly through the world when something piques their curiosity. We see this very often on the school run when it's time to leave the house and suddenly their curiosity is piqued by something and we just can't get them out the door. So if you can think about yourself today as a child on its way to school and just looking for any excuse to get absorbed in something else, that's what we want to do. We want to really dig deep into our bodies and experience curiosity from the body. You can bring your hands together and bring them to your heart center. Tuck your tailbone under, lengthen your spine and relax your shoulders. And just be in this very simple posture, breathing into it. And imagine now that you're breathing all the way down into your sitting bones, reaching down through your sitting bones. And with curiosity, just see how much deeper you can sit down. And then draw up through the crown of the head, reaching towards the heavens. Feel the reaching down, the drawing up. And with curiosity, begin to experience your spine. What am I experiencing here in my spine as I lift up and draw down? Feeling those nodules in the spine, feeling the reaching up and pulling down, breathing into it. Beautiful. And take a long, deep breath in. We're going to start with one long and let's inhale. Experience the vibration in your body with curiosity. Notice how even one repetition of just brings the whole body alive, and feel that vibration so alive. And release your hands. So we're just going to start by warming up the spine. Inhale up and exhale down. Keeping your neck in line with your spine, moving from the base of your spine. And just feel that movement. Become curious about your spine. Your spine is so important in your health and well-being, physical and mental, of course. We're many, many weeks into this very strange situation of lockdown. Our bodies are starting to feel the effects of maybe not moving as much as they're accustomed to, maybe moving more, who knows. So become curious about what that's doing to your body. Feel what your spine feels like. Remember, curiosity is that very first human emotion. It is the simplest human emotion. And come to center. Move to a Sufi grind, massaging your internal organs. And I love this movement because when we surrender to the body, when we allow the body to lead, it tells us so much about what's happening in our body right now. So begin to ask yourself some questions. How does this feel for me now? How does this feel different to how it's felt in the past? Can I change this movement in any way? Beautiful. And then change direction. Keep going. Maybe you need to slow the movement down. Maybe you need to speed it up. Maybe experiment. Maybe go a little faster and see how it feels, and then slow down and see if it changes. Beautiful. And coming back to center. Drop your chin to your chest. And then inhale as you roll your head all the way back. And exhale across your chest. Keep this movement going. Feel the sensations in your body, in your neck. What's happening to your eyes as you do this movement? Can you hear any sounds as you do this movement? And change direction. Beautiful. Keep going. Staying present. Notice what happens with your breath. And come back to center. Bring your left hand to the mat, fingers pointing away from your body, and reach up with your right hand. Make sure your shoulders stay in line with your hips, that you're not leaning forwards or backwards. Strongly engage your belly And reach over as far as you can to the left. Open your chest. Keep opening your chest. Maybe you can take your gaze upwards. And again, use that curiosity. Can I go a tiny bit deeper? What happens to my thoughts in this posture? Back to center, change sides, right fingers pointing away from the body, lift up with the left hand. Keep your chest in line with your hips and reach all the way over. Beautiful. Reaching over. That's it. Open your chest, roll that left shoulder backwards. And come back up to center. Bring your hands behind your back, interlink your fingers in Venus lock. Lift your chest up, drop your head back. Now reach forwards with your chest, bringing your chest down to the mat, chin comes last, and then reach up with your hands. Lift your arms up. And just soften here. Completely relax. Absolutely effortless. A beautiful surrender. And very gently, curling up and come to Sukhasana, to easy pose. And become curious about the subtle, refined movements within the stillness. See if you can feel the movement within the stillness. And then bring the base of your palms together. Pinky finger touches, thumbs touch. So you're forming like a bowl with your hands, and the fingers are really spread quite far apart. Now bring this bowl to your heart center with your thumb just lightly touching your chest. And the fingers stay active, pulling away from each other. So if you can just see here, they're pulling right away from each other. Shoulders are relaxed. Close your eyes. And just start to follow your breath. Observing the rhythm and flow of your breath. Keep your fingers extended. And imagine in this bowl, this beautiful lotus bowl that you're holding at your heart center, everything you have ever wondered about in your entire life begins to fall into this bowl. All those moments of curiosity that you ever had. And just imagine one by one they're falling into this bowl. And feel the bowl filling up. Every question you've ever had, all the curiosity. And feel the bowl overflowing now. And see if you have anything else you'd like to add to this bowl. Any more questions? Beautiful. And if you don't have anything to add to the bowl, ask yourself, that's so interesting. Why is there no curiosity in me? Where has this curiosity gone and how can I find it? Beautiful. And release. You can come onto your hands and knees. Hands underneath your shoulders, hips underneath your knees, and just start moving through cat and cow. So inhale, drop your belly down, look up. And exhale, curl up. And just continue with this movement. Beautiful. Allow your body to go exactly where it needs to. And maybe it's going a little faster, maybe it's slowing down. Whatever it's doing is absolutely perfect. is trust the movement. And then start to explore the movement. See if anything needs to change, if anything wants to change. And just keep going. Remember, we're doing a Yin Style class. So we're slowing everything down, allowing the body to really be in the experience of the postures, of the asana. And come to neutral. Sit back on your heels. Bring your hands behind your back. Now your fingertips can either point forwards or backwards. It's absolutely fine, whatever feels right. And then we're going to lean back, lift the chest up. Keep lifting the chest up, and then lift the knees up off the mat so we're stretching the ankles. Now I want you to take your attention to your breath. So lift your chest up, drop your head all the way back, and you feel that vulnerability in the throat as the throat is exposed. And now I want you to start breathing really heavily, inhaling through your nose for the count of 3, and exhaling through your nose for the count of 6. Leaning back as far as you can, lifting your knees up, feeling that beautiful stretch through your ankles. Beautiful. Lifting up, keep the breath nice and strong. And slow the breath right down, particularly the exhale. As we lengthen the exhale, we give the body permission to relax. So really focus on that exhale. Deep inhale for the count of 3 and exhaling for the count of 6. Knees up. Feel the stretch in the ankles. Lengthen the breath and be here. Be all here. Notice how vulnerable it feels with the head thrown back like that. And ask yourself why. Feel those sensations in your body. Beautiful. And gently coming up to a seated posture, deep breath in. Hold your breath, squeeze mulband, lift the pelvic floor, lift the anal muscles, keep the breath in. And exhale, release. Bring your hands onto the mat, tuck your toes under, straighten your legs. Now walk your hands towards your feet, grabbing hold of your elbows. Let your head dangle all the way down. Shift your weight to the balls of your feet so you feel like you're going to fall forwards. Lift your tailbone up and completely relax your head and your neck. And just allow your body to hang here. Imagine you were like a rag doll strung over a banister. So there's that complete feeling of surrender and tipping forwards. And breathe into it. Beautiful, long, deep breathing. Keep lifting your tailbone, feeling the weight of your torso as you hang down. Stay with your breath. And again, really focus on keeping that exhale long. So if you're inhaling for 3, try and exhale for 6. If you're inhaling for 4, exhale for 8. Doubling the exhale, doubling the relaxation. Beautiful. Stay there. Stay breathing. Stay present. Stay curious. What can I feel in my legs? What do I feel in my toes? Why am I feeling this? Can I feel the blood rushing down to my head? What are the sensations in my body right now? Am I feeling any discomfort physically, emotionally? Stay with it, breathing into it. Lift the tailbone, relax the head. Lengthen the exhale. And then bring your hands down to the mat. Take a long, deep breath in. Hold your breath in. Lift more bund by squeezing the pelvic floor and the anal muscles. Hold it here. And exhale, release your breath. Now walk your feet slightly wider than your hips and drop down into a squat. Now, you may be up on your heels, so maybe you want to bring a cushion and tuck them underneath your heels. See if that helps. And then just allow yourself to settle down into the squat, malasana. Bring your palms together. Elbows are in between your knees. And use your elbows to gently ease your knees away from each other. Let your hips hang down. Try and keep your neck in line with your spine. And breathe. Follow your breath. Use the exhale. And feel your body surrendering completely. This is such an amazing posture for releasing unexpressed emotions. So much of our childhood experiences that are unexpressed get held, get locked in the hips. So this can be really uncomfortable sometimes. And start to become curious about that discomfort. What is it that feels so uncomfortable? What is asking to be heard? And again, this is really one of those postures that's so effortless for children. As they learn to walk, we'll often see them sitting in this squatting posture, playing with their toys, exploring their environment. But then, of course, as adults, we lose that. And just feel this now, and be all here. Beautiful. Take a long, deep breath in. Hold your breath in. And now imagine your breath moving from your navel point to your throat. From your nose to your third eye, to that point between your eyebrows. And then from the third eye to the nose, to the throat, to the navel point. And feel the breath moving. And release. On your next inhale, straighten your legs, come up to standing. Bring your feet hip distance apart again. Interlink your hands behind your back. Lift your chest up. Take a deep breath in and exhale, bend forwards. Bring your arms over your ears. Shift the weight to the balls of your feet. Relax your head, relax your neck. Use your breath. Now become curious about how this posture feels different to the previous forward bend. Notice what you can feel now. Feel the lengthening through the back of your legs. See if you can relax just 1% more. And know that as you use this curiosity in your practice, it's going to allow you to go deeper and deeper. Our bodies are sending us messages all the time, but mostly, of course, we just ignore those messages. And so as we invite curiosity, we start to listen to the body. We tune into what the body is saying. And keep lengthening that exhale. Breathing into it. And release your arms. Bring your hands to the mat. Walk your hands slightly away from your body. Come down onto your knees. Bring your big toes together. Take your knees apart. Sit back on your heels. Stretch your arms forwards into a cat stretch and lower your forehead onto the mat. And just surrender. Allow your hips to sink onto your heels. Allow your shoulders to fall forwards. Deeply surrender. Feel what's bubbling to the surface. And create space to feel what you can feel. And to be present. And to surrender to all that is. And breathe into it. Soften just 1% more. And very gently curling up. Now we're going to turn the feet to face outwards. The toes are pointing outwards and the hips stay up. And then we're going to come down onto the elbows, okay, into frog pose. So now we're allowing the knees to slide outwards. Feels a little bit funny, but if you can imagine a frog spread eagled on the floor, this is what we're going to look like. And then see how deeply into the pose you can go. Maybe you stay on your elbows. Maybe you can stretch your arms forwards. Knees are out to the sides. Toes are pointing outwards. Soften and relax into it. Really surrender into this. Now there may be a real discomfort in the hips. So try and identify the difference between pain and discomfort. And if you feel pain, obviously adjust your posture and come out of it. But if it's a gentle discomfort, see if you can stay with it. See if you can be present in it. It can be really uncomfortable. Remember, the hips are where so much of those childhood experiences get stuck. Use the exhale. Beautiful. Stay with it just a few more moments. Breathing into it. Beautiful. Push up and back. Come onto all fours. Tuck your toes under. Straighten your legs and push up and back to down dog. Lift your tailbone up. Press your chest to your thighs. Relax your head, relax your neck. And we're just going to hang out here for a few seconds. So stay active in the posture as you gently encourage your heels down and lift your tailbone up. I want you to feel the polarity of that movement. Heels push down, hips lift up. Now become curious about the changes in your body with this movement. Feel deeply connected to the lifting up and pulling down. Maybe see if your chest wants to go a tiny bit closer towards your thighs. See if you can relax your head just 1% more. Breathe into it. Become curious about what's happening in your body. What can you feel? What sensations are there? We haven't mentioned breath for a while, so become curious about where your breath went all on its own. What is your breath doing when it's not being told what to do? How are you experiencing your breath just as authentically as possible? Did it stay with a long exhale? Did it shorten? Did it lengthen? Beautiful. On your next inhale, stretch your right foot forwards between your hands and bring both hands to the inside of the right leg. Keep the left leg off the mat, nice and strong. And just hold here, breathing. Belly nice and strongly engaged. Neck in line with your spine. Keep your breath intentional and purposeful. And what does that feel like? What does that look like for you right now? Breathe into it. And with each exhale, feel the strength in that back leg. And this is really a posture that wants you to be strong. So see if you can find somewhere in your body that is soft. Maybe go to your face, your eyes, and find that softness somewhere. And then drop your left knee to the mat. And now we're going to allow the right knee to push all the way out. Lean your weight onto your left hand and bring your right hand onto your right knee. And again, just push that knee away from you, working into the hips. So you can see we've got the right hand on the right knee, left hand on the mat. And it's such a subtle pressure we're putting on the left knee. We're not forcing it in any way. We're gently encouraging it. With curiosity, just see where you can go in this pose. Feel that sensation in your hips. See my foot's come off the mat. The heel of the foot is looking upwards. Beautiful. Very nice. And come back to center. Now walk your right knee down onto the mat, keeping your hips straight, and soften down into pigeon pose. Deeply relax. Breathing into it. Using that exhale. Softening, surrendering. Feel where your body is going. Notice your thoughts. And if the thoughts are uncomfortable, maybe just see if you can stay with them, with those uncomfortable thoughts. And there's so often the temptation to just run away from uncomfortable thoughts. Just see now if you can actually stay with them. Become curious about them. Why is this thought making me feel uncomfortable? How does it feel to just soften without judgment into this thought? Beautiful. Bring your hands up underneath your shoulders. Tuck your left toes under, push up and back to down dog. And just stay here. Breathe into it. Heels down, hips up, chest to your thighs, head and neck completely relaxed. Allowing your awareness to lead you. And step your left foot between your palms. Right knee stays off the mat, both hands to the inside of your left foot. Keep that right leg really, really strong. And breathe. Beautiful, conscious breathing, neck in line with your spine. We're working so strongly into the hips today. And this can be uncomfortable, both physically and emotionally. So maybe see if you can stay with that discomfort. Beautiful. Keep the breath long. Stay with it. And then drop the right knee to the mat. The left knee falls out to the side. Left hand presses on that knee. Bring all of the weight onto your right hand. Lift your chest. Let the knee fall out. The left foot now lifts off the mat. And remember, we're not forcing, it's just a very gentle pressure that we're applying into the opening of that leg, or the hip rather. And breathe into it. And soften into it. Notice where the discomfort is and become curious. Why am I feeling discomfort in my ankle? What is the discomfort in my ankle trying to tell me? Beautiful. Come back to center. Walk your left foot across the mat and bring the knee down and relax all the way down. Keep your hips nice and straight. See how low you can go, maybe bringing your forehead all the way down. Softening and surrendering. Breathing into it. Coming back to the breath. Feel the breath dancing around the nostrils before it enters the body, moves down the throat. The lungs expand. Magical alchemy as the blood releases the carbon dioxide and magically takes in the oxygen. And just knows exactly what to do. Every single breath is such a miracle. An opportunity for wonder and delight. Beautiful. Coming up on your hands. Tuck your right toes under and push up and back to down dog. And just breathe here. Softening into it. Walk your hands towards your feet. Grab hold of your elbows and again, just hang. Like a rag doll draped over a banister. Weight is in the balls of your feet, tailbone lifts up. And again, I want you to feel the polarity of that movement. The heels pushing down, the tailbone lifting up, head and neck relaxed. Beautiful. Feel that sensation of being in your body. Consciously inviting curiosity. What am I feeling? How am I feeling it? Why am I feeling it? All those questions the children ask you all day. Beautiful. And then release your arms. Walk your feet about a leg distance apart. Walk your hands through your legs. And gently invite your head down towards the mat. However that looks for you. Weight is shifted to the balls of the feet. Tailbone lifts up. Eyes are closed. Breathing. Softening into it. Keep using your exhale to explore the pose. Going a tiny bit deeper. Stay present to it. And come back to center. And bring your right hand underneath your face. Twist your body to the left. Raise your left arm up. Create space between your shoulders. Reach all the way up. And then just allow that left arm to fall backwards, opening your chest. Explore your body in this posture. Explore the movement of energy within the stillness of the posture. And lengthen your breath. Release your hand and bring your left hand underneath your face. Open your body to the right and reach up with your right hand. Beautiful. Keep twisting and opening and let that hand just fall backwards. And release, coming back to center. Walk your feet slightly closer together so that they're just slightly wider than hip distance apart. Drop your hips down and again preparing for Malasana. Bring the palms of your hands together. Elbows between your knees. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, using your elbows to gently press your knees away from each other. Close your eyes. Just allow yourself to feel how different this feels now compared to the first time we did it at the beginning of class. Be present to the sensations, breathing into them. Each exhale, softening and deepening. And just become a little bit curious. Have I released anything in my hips that I can feel softer in this pose? Do I feel exactly the same as I did before? Remember, there's no right or wrong answer. It just is what it is. Be there in it. And breathing into it. And release. Come down onto your back. Take your arms out at shoulder height. Bring your left knee in towards your chest and use your right hand to the outside of your left knee. And use your right hand to bring your left knee all the way over. Take your gaze over your left shoulder. Right leg is straight and relaxed. Eyes are closed. Soften and surrender. Breathe into it. Completely relax and release. Feel that beautiful sensation in your spine. Such a magnificent release. Stay connected to your breath. Breathe into it. And then change sides. Straightening your left leg, bend your right knee into your chest. Take your left hand to the outside of your right knee. Right arm is on the mat, and bring your right knee over to the left. Keep your shoulders on the mat. Take your gaze over your right shoulder. Feel that beautiful release. Soften into it. Breathe into it. Feel the release. Feel the softening. Feel the surrender. Be all there, completely present. Beautiful. And very gently hug your knees to your chest, rocking from side to side. And then take your left foot to the left corner of your mat, your right foot to the right corner of your mat, palms alongside your body facing upwards. And preparing for a short yoga nidra. So make sure you're completely comfortable. If you have a blanket, cover yourself with a blanket. And just allow yourself to really be as comfortable as you can be right now. And let's start by tensing the body. So you can tense your feet, your calves and your thighs. Lift them up off the mat. Tense, 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 tense. And drop. Clench your buttocks. Lift your hips all the way up towards the ceiling. Tense, tense, tense. And drop. Squeeze your belly really, really tightly. Press your lower back down into the mat. Tense, tense, tense. And release. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Lift your chest up. Lift, 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 lift. And drop. Make a fist with your hands. Lift your arms up off the mat. Stretch your fingers out. Tense, 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 tense. And drop. Squeeze your shoulders up towards your ears. Tense, tense, tense. And release. Gently turning your head from side to side. Coming back to center when you're ready. And then screw your face up into an ugly ball. Tense, 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 tense. Stick your tongue out. Open your mouth. Exhale loudly through your mouth. And release. I relax my feet. I relax my feet. My feet are relaxed. I relax calves and thighs, hips and buttocks. I relax calves and thighs, hips and buttocks. Calves and thighs, hips and buttocks. Relax. I relax abdomen and chest. I relax abdomen and chest. Abdomen and chest are relaxed. I relax hands and arms, neck and shoulders. I relax hands and arms, neck and shoulders. Hands and arms, neck and shoulders. Relax. I relax my face, eyes, nose, mouth, and tongue. My face is relaxed. My entire body is completely relaxed, filled with peace. And in this state of deep relaxation and peace, I draw my attention inwards. I give my body permission to soften, to relax. And I begin to notice subtle, refined movements within the stillness. I notice my breath. In the stillness. And I allow my body to guide me, knowing that my body is the bridge between the earthly and the divine. I allow my body to guide me, knowing that my body is the bridge between the earthly and the divine. And in this space of deep awareness and relaxation, I feel a beautiful warmth at my heart center. And it is a beautiful warmth of a fireplace or of the sun kissing my body. And I feel this warmth as it flows from my heart and spreads through my entire body, flooding my entire body with the sensation of warmth. Every single cell in my body, so warm, feels so familiar and so comforting. And I allow my awareness now to drift to my heart center. And again, I hold my awareness there at my heart. To begin to feel the most beautiful coolness at my heart. It is the coolness of stepping into an icy lake. And it feels so beautiful, so refreshing. And I feel that coolness now spreading through my entire body. My entire body bathed in this healing coolness. And it feels so familiar and so comforting. And as I release that coolness, I observe how I am feeling right now in this moment. And I bring my awareness back to my body. My body feels heavy. So heavy. Even if I really wanted to, I couldn't move my body. This weight of my body pressing on the floor below me. And it feels so familiar and so comforting. And as my awareness drifts back to my body, I feel this lightness in my body. I have never felt so light as a feather, as if I could just lift up off of this mat and drift away. My body feels so light and it feels so familiar and so comforting. And I observe how I am feeling right now. And as I play with the polarities of sensations in my body, I bring myself back to here and now, knowing that I can be all things and nothing, all at the same time. And very gently begin to feel the peace within, peace around, and peace in all the world. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. You can start to bring your awareness to the rise and fall of your chest, and very gently rubbing your thumb across your fingertips as you move your toes. You can take your arms above your head, have a beautiful stretch. Hug your knees to your chest, and rocking gently from side to side. And rolling over onto your right hand side for just a moment. And coming up to Sukhasana, to easy pose. Bring your hands together and come to your heart center. May the long time sun shine upon us. All love surround us. And the pure light within guide our way on. Om. Namaste. Namaste. Have a beautiful, beautiful day.